I'm Dr. Hakkyu, a board-certified dermatologist and the head doctor at Root Hair Transplant Center. Today, I'm going to explain some key aspects of hair transplants. Our patient is in his late 40s and experiencing hair loss. He has a very prominent widow's peak. Let's take a closer look at his case. If you examine the picture, you'll notice that his widow's peak recedes significantly on the sides, giving him a wider forehead. To address this, I lowered his hairline by approximately 1.5 centimeters and filled in the widow's peak. We also decided to transplant some hairs on the sides of his forehead, since, after lowering the upper hairline, his forehead appeared even wider. This patient, who works as an accountant, initially preferred FUE over FUT. After conducting his own research, he believed FUE would be less visible post-surgery. However, for FUT, we only need to shave a small area at the back of the head. If the patient has medium to long hair, the harvested area remains well covered. In contrast, FUE requires shaving a larger portion of the back of the head, making it more noticeable after surgery. While FUE can be performed without shaving, this approach is uncommon. The procedure is much more effective when the hair is shaved, so we typically opt for that method. After learning this, the patient ultimately decided on FUT. We recommended a procedure called Max 5000. If someone only needs to fill in the widow's peak without lowering the hairline, Max 4000 is a suitable option. Even with just 3,000 transplanted hairs, the results would have been impressive. However, since this patient had significant stress about his forehead, he chose to lower his hairline by approximately 1.5 centimeters, which required about 1,000 additional follicles. This is why we recommended Max 5000 using the FUT method.
Before we continue, please visit roothairtransplant.com for more information.
Here's a photo taken 1 year after the procedure. In total, we transplanted approximately 4,200 follicles. Looking at the image, you can see that his widow's peak has been successfully filled in, and his forehead now appears significantly smaller. He was very satisfied with the results. Many male patients with widow's peaks want to lower their hairlines slightly. In fact, most of the patients we see daily are highly stressed about their hairline. This often leads them to request a lower hairline than what is typically recommended. I completely understand. It's natural to overcompensate for hairline concerns through surgery. However, we always inform our patients that an overly low hairline can look unnatural. This was the case with our patient as well. While we mutually decided on a 1.5 seam reduction, he initially wanted to lower it even further. However, since we had around 4,000 follicles to work with and needed to focus on the widow's peak, lowering the entire hairline too much wasn't feasible. Fortunately, the patient followed our recommended plan, allowing us to transplant 4,200 hairs through the Max 5000 FUT procedure. The widow's peak was successfully restored, and his forehead appeared well balanced. Today we reviewed the Max 5000 FUT surgery and its results.